What's going on, y'all? Cutty from Cutty TV. You've probably seen me all over Cutty TV. Yeah, I'm all over it. I'm entertainment mogul Cutty from Cutty TV. I run an award-nominated company, and I run the #1 blog in New Jersey. And this web series is how to become the perfect artist. I give you my tips and tricks on how to become the perfect artist. I've been in the music industry for 5 years, so I feel like I'm taking my experiences and giving it to the people to help you become the perfect artist. So make sure you stay tuned. This web series is for any indie artist looking to become the perfect artist and just don't know where to start. I hope that this helps you, I hope this elevates you, and I hope you stay tuned for every episode. Let's go. What's going on, y'all? Cutty from Cutty TV. We are at the last episode. This is the end of the road, and you are on your way to becoming the perfect artist. After you watch this video, we are moving our way on to the graduation, where you will be done. You will know all of the tips and tricks. You will know all of the secrets to becoming the perfect artist. So now, after you're done watching this, there's no excuses on why you're releasing the things that you are releasing, because you now know the right way to do it. Let's pull up the checklist so we can start episode 10. Bam! So, I love this checklist. We are here. We found a good engineer, step 1. We are working with original beats, step 2. We found a cover art person to make our cover arts, step 3. We are working on distribution, whether it be indie or all streaming platforms, step 4. We are working with promotion. After we distribute our music, we have people listening to it, new viewers all around the world. Perfect. Coming in at number 6 is building a fan base. After you are done promoting your music, you are now connecting in with the ones who are listening. Then you are selling merch, because that's how you're getting your fans to remember you when they're not listening to your music. They're wearing your merchandise. And going on to doing shows. Of course, after you have mastered all of those steps, this is the time that you really want to focus on now, doing shows. Doing, wherever you're at, whether you're at an open mic, showcase, or your own show stage, that's where you're at, and that's what you should be doing. Then moving on to number 9, which is media exposure. After you have mastered all of that, this is what you focus on next. Media exposure, getting on blogs, getting on other people's platforms, and being seen by other people's fan bases. Then we leave it on to number 10, which is social media, which is so important for an artist. Your social media speaks values of you. I know in other fields, social media is not important. In this field, social media is very important. If a person goes on your page, they will decide whether they want to listen to your music by your social media. They go on there, you look lit, you have a lot of followers, you have a lot of views, you have a lot of likes. People are going to be more, they're going to want to listen to your music more. That's basically the fact behind it. So understand that social media is a tool for you. Do not fall in love with social media. Understand that social media is business. We use our social media platforms for business, and that's how it should be carried. So, building your following, making sure that you're taking high quality pictures, making sure that your content that you are releasing is what you want your viewers to see, because that's what they're going to remember when they go onto your social media. So social media is an amazing tool for artists, and you have to master it. Do not think that social media is not a part of being the perfect artist. You have to understand social media, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to connect in with your fans. You're not going to be able to connect in with new people who hear about you, and you're just going to have a hard 4 to 5 years trying to become an artist if you don't master social media. So definitely take social media very seriously. Any way that you can grow your social media organically, any way that you can get more people on your page, which things like engagement groups, which I'm going to talk about inside of the tips and tricks, and putting things on your social media of your achievements, your shows, putting the write-ups that you have, putting the music that you're creating, putting that all on your social media so your fans can get to know you and be more connected in with you. Remember, that's what builds a fan base. People feeling like they're connected to you, and they connect in with you through your social media. So take it serious. Be very, very serious with social media. Don't put anything on social media. Don't just put your family on there, the things you did yesterday. If it doesn't apply to your artist life, it should not make your social media. Stop looking at it as it's just my thing, I can put whatever I want on here. The more higher up you go, the more you understand social media is just a tool that we use to communicate with other people. And what we put on there is what we want the world to see. And you have the ability of what you put on your social media. So make sure that you're controlling that and make sure you're paying attention to what you're putting on your page, because that's important. So let's move on to the tips and tricks so you guys can start building your social media. Now that we know that social media is important, let's figure out how we can grow our social media, because that's what's really important. More people seeing us, building our fan base will help us sell more merch, get more people at our shows, and ultimately buy more music. So how do you build your social media? Again, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. You can either work with experts or you can do it yourself. So I'm gonna give you a whole lot of different ways: free, expensive, paid, whatever. Whatever's your go-to, you can go to it and use it. Let's talk about the first one, which is using experts to grow your social media. So there's things out there called social media managers. There's companies out there that their job is to grow your social media. Now, I do want you to know there is a lot of fake companies that just buy followers and buy likes and buy comments. You don't want those, okay? I'm not steering you to that direction, but I do want to let you know there are organic companies that do work and build your social media for you, and they do it at a cost. So you have that option of building your social media using experts who will take your page and just blow it up. And that's what you want. If you don't want to do it yourself, you have that option. Work with an expert. Work with somebody who does social media, and they will blow up your page and get more likes on there, get more comments on there, and ultimately get more followers who are going to interact with you, because ultimately that's what you want. Then there is also the DIY way. You can do it yourself. Multiple ways of gaining a social media following is doing the follow, unfollow rule. So if you don't know this, what you can do is you can type in a hashtag, you can go to a specific area, you can go to even somebody's page. You know, some people go to celebrities' pages, go to their followers or the people that follow them and follow all of those people, and then the next day see who's followed back and see who didn't and then unfollow them. That is just one effective way on how you can target your audience. Go after niches that follow your niche. So if you rap like Fabio, go to Fabio's page. Go follow all of the people who are following Fabio so they can discover you and go onto your page. That's just something that you can do. And then the third way, which is the way that I use, which is a little bit of mix. It can be paid and free. If you do it yourself, it's free, but if you can pay your way into one of these things. But ultimately, I've gotten blessed into these things. Engagement groups. Engagement groups on social media are so important. It is a mixture of like just a bunch of people inside of one group that will comment and like and share and save your stuff anytime you post something. That's just the knee-deep behind it. It's not paid, so it's like there are some people that are like, well, if you want to get in my engagement group, you have to pay me $10, you have to pay me $5. Most people will let you in their engagement group for free because they want more active members, because more active members in their group means more comments and likes on their posts. But you will run across a couple of people who think their engagement group is exclusive and you'll have to pay a little fee. Depending on who it is, you should never pay. But if you do end up paying, tell me how the engagement group is and put my stuff into it. But engagement groups are highly important. It's an easy way for you to build up your social media. Nice, quick, fast. You can do it yourself, or you can work with other people who have engagement groups and they'll put you inside of theirs, and then you have ultimate access to a whole group full of people who will interact with your page. So those are 3 different ways that you can use to grow your social media. Now let me tell you a couple of benefits and let me tell you a couple of cons behind everything that I'm telling you. So let's start with the paid way. So the benefits is you have to do nothing. You literally don't have to change anything. You don't have to start posting a certain way. You don't have to start posting every day. You can they literally take over your page. You have to do nothing. They will completely just build you up into the social media star that you want to be. They'll set you up with PR. You'll get certain blog write-ups done. They'll theme your page. They will do everything to make your page appealing, to make people follow you. The cons behind that is you will be paying monthly. they start at $150 a month and they go up to $1,000 a month. These people are managing your pages, they're getting you inside of exclusive content. It's just a lot that's going on behind this. So that would be the biggest pro and con for me. The pro is I don't have to literally do anything. The con is I'm paying you guys every month to do this, something I can do for myself. So moving on to the DIY way, the pros behind that is you can select your target. You have ownership, you have control, you know who's following you. You know what's going on, you can keep track of everything. That's the best pro behind doing it yourself. You know what's going on, you are able to control it, and you're able to see what's real and what's fake. The con behind that is you're going to spend a lot of time doing this. To grow your page from 0 to even 1,000 can take you about a good everyday effort from about 2 weeks to about 4 weeks. This is going to be like an everyday, because you know Instagram blocks you after a while from commenting and liking anyway. So you're doing that every day until you get blocked, and then you're doing that for 2 weeks straight, and then you're going to see the followers start coming in and the likes and the comments and all of that. So that's the con behind that time. It's going to take a long time to do that. Do I really have that much time? If you do it. It's free. If you don't, let's move on to the last option, which is engagement groups, which is kind of a mix of both. You're going to spend a lot of time building up your engagement group, but once it's built up, you know, that's the benefit behind it. So the con is, with the engagement group, you have to DM a bunch of people to join your engagement group, which can be time consuming, and some people, if they don't know what an engagement group is, they're going to ignore you. Most people are going to ignore you, so it's going to take a long time for you to build that engagement group up. The pros behind it is, once it's built up, it's a diamond. You can use it every single day. It never runs out. It's an unlimited tool for you to use for your social media that will build you up. So understand that social media is very, very important, and using these 3 ways will help you build up your social media in a fast, quick way that will help you become the perfect artist. Now, my final words before leaving is social media is very important. Do not sleep on it. Take these 3 ways and use them for your social media. There's going to be more tips and tricks I'm going to be giving out later, which is, one, how to get verified, which I will actually give you a quick tip right now. So, let me give you 2 ways to get verified before we end out the series. This is going to be my bonus for you guys. Let me go back down. There is 2 ways to get verified, and I'm going to give you guys the 100% truth behind it. One way to get verified is you can pay for a verification. Verifications range from $1,100 to $3,000. $1,100 if you fit all of the requirements, which I'm going to talk about in the next bonus. And then $3,000 if you are scratch, you have nothing, and they have to do everything to get you that blue check. So that's just a tip for you. There's, if you want to learn more, you're going to have to, do something, but that's just a tip I wanted to give y'all. If you want a blue check, you can pay either $1,100 to $3,000 to get one. Or, I'll give you guys the second option. If you wish to get a blue check yourselves, this is the requirements. You must have a Wikipedia page. You must have a Google Knowledge panel. And you must have 15 high-quality blog write-ups about you. High-quality blog write-ups are meaning Yahoo, Forbes, Entrepreneur Magazine, CBS, Hip Hop Weekly, The Source, XXL. If you can get 15 of those articles and then get a Wikipedia page and then get a Google Knowledge panel and then even to make it even better, get an IMDb page. I'm probably gonna spell that right here. I may have said that wrong. If you can get all 4 of those, you can get a blue check for free. So that is my way of ending out this series. You now know how to get a blue check. I have given you all of the tips and tricks to become the perfect artist. There is nothing that you don't know behind the music industry now. You can go in 100% confident because you now know these tips and tricks. Do not think that people have a one-up on you anymore. You now know what's going on. So, if you enjoyed this, I want you to share this whole series to somebody. We are trying to help people be more knowledgeable when it comes to the music industry, and we know how the indie world works. So this has just been a trusted web series from Cutty TV. We love giving back to indies. We hope that this series did something for you. We just want to see you become the perfect artist. Now we do have one more episode to go, so don't go anywhere because you have to graduate. So I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for staying throughout this whole web series, and I hope that we helped you become the perfect artist.